Lori Loughlin is best known for one big role, Aunt Becky on the 80s and 90s comedy hit Full House and the Netflix follow-up Fuller House. She's continued to work steadily in the entertainment industry ever since her big break, but her career never really took off. Now her indictment in a massive college admission scandal could actually destroy her future in Hollywood. Let's dive into the scandal, plus look at a few more reasons Loughlin hasn't been everywhere you look. If Loughlin was having trouble finding quality roles before the big scandal, it's going to be a whole lot tougher now. Loughlin was among 50 people charged as a result of Operation Varsity Blues, an FBI investigation that discovered a massive scam involving wealthy people paying huge sums to a man named William Singer to get their kids into top schools like Yale, Stanford, and USC. Among Singer's techniques, paying people to take the college entrance exams in lieu of the wealthy kids, bribing test proctors, and bribing college coaches so that the privileged applicants could claim to be athletic recruits, thus increasing their chance of acceptance into their school of choice. A number of rich folks are facing jail time for their involvement, including Desperate Housewives star Felicity Huffman, and Loughlin and her husband, fashion designer Massimo Giannulli. Government officials allege that Aunt Becky and the Target clothes guy spent $500,000 on Singer's services to get their daughter into USC.
That last bastion of the incompetent rich, USC.
Loughlin and Giannulli even allegedly conspired with Singer to falsely make their daughters appear to be recruits for the USC crew team, even though they'd never competitively rowed a boat.
Oh, I know. It's insane.
FBI agents attempted to arrest Loughlin at her California home on March 12, 2019, but she was filming in Vancouver. They nabbed Giannulli instead, and Loughlin turned herself in the following day. Before becoming embroiled in this massive scandal, what kind of shape was Loughlin's career in? Most prominently, she was pulling Aunt Becky duty once again on the surprisingly long-lasting Fuller House. While Loughlin is only a small part of Fuller House, work is work. And if that work is on a popular show on a ubiquitous streaming platform, that feels like a good thing, right? However, being part of the Full House universe could be a double-edged sword. Actors and actresses who star on shows strongly associated with a specific era, or which viewers strongly and fondly connect with their childhoods, often have a hard time moving on to other projects. Think of the child star curse. So many actors who made a name for themselves on family-friendly sitcoms in the 70s, 80s, and 90s struggled to be taken seriously as adults. Casting directors and audiences alike had difficulty seeing them as anyone but their characters. Loughlin might very well have the same problem. She's still Aunt Becky to millions, and only Aunt Becky. It's not like mainstream Hollywood and network TV turned their collective backs on the cast of Full House once that show went off the air. On the contrary, the goodwill and familiarity garnered by that show has propelled cast members' TV careers over the years, particularly John Stamos and Bob Saget. TV's Aunt Becky also earned Lori Loughlin a shot at broadcast television glory. Several, in fact. They just didn't work out. Immediately after Full House ended in 1995, Loughlin starred in Hudson Street, an ABC sitcom about a New Jersey detective played by Tony Danza, who falls in love with a plucky crime reporter played by Loughlin. Despite airing as a lead-in for monster hit Home Improvement, Hudson Street lasted just one season. In 2004, Loughlin starred as a woman who takes in her orphan niece and nephews on the WB's Summerland. Loughlin co-created the series, but alas, it endured for just 2 short seasons. Shortly thereafter, Loughlin starred with Jonathan Silverman and David Arquette on In Case of Emergency, a single-camera comedy about a group of friends who try not to be losers anymore. That one spawned just 13 episodes. Lori Loughlin's last major network TV role to date was as Debbie Wilson on 90210, the CW's late 2000s revival of the 90s teen classic. It began in 2008 as a show about the Wilsons, who moved from Kansas to Beverly Hills. The Wilson parents, played by Rob Estes and Loughlin, got less screen time as the show evolved. Much like the parents in the original, Estes left the show in 2010. An insider told Radar Online at the time there just wasn't enough for Rob to do because the show is more about the kids. Loughlin followed suit a year later, telling Entertainment Weekly, "There's just not much for me to do. It is a very big cast and it is hard to service all of us. The focus of the show is the kids. We get it, but leaving a show in the middle of its run may not be the best career move." It's been a long time since Lori Loughlin starred on a prominent top 30 hit show that aired on a big 3 TV network. Full House went off the air in 1995. In the 2010s, she landed a big role in a long-running series. It's just a little less noticeable because it airs on a couple of basic cable channels, like fellow 90s TV refugee Jason Priestley, who also starred on a string of hit shows in Canada. Loughlin successfully pursued her fortunes north of the border.
There's a lot of work up in Vancouver right now, much more so than Los Angeles.
Since 2014, she's been one of the leads on When Calls the Heart, a light drama about life in a tiny coal mining town in Western Canada, circa 1910. If you're guessing that Loughlin plays a matriarch named Abigail who wears some beautiful, if uncomfortable looking period garb, you are correct. When Calls the Heart airs on Super Channel in Canada and on the squeaky clean Hallmark channel in the United States. Speaking of Hallmark, since 2013, Loughlin has starred in a whopping 15 entries in the garage sale mystery series of Hallmark TV movies. The actress plays Fen Shannon, proprietor of an antique shop called Rags to Riches, who also just keeps stumbling across unsolved crimes, which she then solves. Loughlin also serves as an executive producer for the series, which has at least 3 more movies in the can, as of the making of this video. Like its predecessors, those were set to air on the Hallmark Movie and Mysteries channel, but the FBI burst has apparently put these unaired garage sale mysteries on the shelf permanently. After her arrest, the Hallmark channel promptly severed all its connection to the actress. In a statement, the network said it was saddened by the allegations, adding, "We are no longer working with Lori Loughlin and have stopped development of all productions that air on the Crown Media Family Network channels involving Lori Loughlin. This just might be the final nail in the coffin for Loughlin's career. Being banned from the Hallmark channel? That's not a good look." Check out one of our newest videos right here. Plus, even more Nicki Swift videos about your favorite stars are coming soon. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit the bell so you don't miss a single one.